clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Di Nicola is absent. Freeholder Felice?
I'm here.
Freeholder Gans is absent. Freeholder Sullivan?
I'm here also.
Freeholder Voss?
Me too.
Freeholder Zur? Here. Chairman Tinelli?
Here. Evidence of a quorum is present. Everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for the people of Belgium after the senseless attacks in their capital. Our thoughts and prayers are with them as they recover from their loss of life, assisting those injured and rebuilding as we know they must. Thank you. Just a quick announcement. We'd like to wish everybody a happy Easter as Easter weekend approaches. Will the clerk please read the minutes to be accepted?
February 24th, 2016, public session, all present. March 2nd, 2016, work session, Freeholder Zur absent. March 9th, 2016, work session, all present. March 9th, 2016, public session, all present.
Have a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Against.
Freeholder Gans is on the dais.
Please note that I voted in the affirmative on that.
Gotcha. I have a motion to open the meeting to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We'll now have a hearing of the general public with a 3-minute time limit in effect. The board attorney will keep the time when the time of the speaker is expired. The timekeeper will announce that the time is expired. Please fill out a slip of paper with your name, address, and general topic. Mr. Dunsey.
Good evening. I'm tabling discussion on the bike path because of an article I read in Reason today. To save time, I printed it out, and you should be getting copies. I hope you don't mind sharing in order to save trees. The article could affect Bergen County's economy because the film industry is an important part of the metropolitan New York economy. The article was about the condom mandate for the adult film industry in Los Angeles. Now, this mandate is still being fought in the courts, but there's the threat of the mandate spreading from Los Angeles to the rest of California and even to parts of Nevada and Florida. Now, I see this mandate as a violation of freedom of the press. This mandate makes it impossible to film certain genres of adult film. Bareback scenes are essential for films that feature breeding or milking, cuckolds or cream pies. So those entire genres of film would be outlawed if we can't produce them in America. I also have some skin in the game because breeding was a large part of the adult novel that I published last year. So if I wanted to make a film version of my novel, it's currently illegal for me to make it in Los Angeles. I hope by the time I get to that point, if I get to that point, I'll be able to produce it in Bergen County. So I'd like you guys to show your support for the film industry by passing a resolution opposing the condom mandate and expressing your support for First Amendment rights. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Hank Brodowski, or Brodowitz?
No thanks.
You want to reverse it? You want to go first? Lou Bellucci? It's easier to say. Good.
Sure. Vellucci. I don't have anything more important than him, but we came in together, and he thinks just because I've attended one of these meetings, I go first. But anyway, you've probably seen me last. I was here when we were, thank you very much for all the support. We were trying to work for the circus, for the animal rights, Julie O'Connor.
Yes.
I'm pretty well known in the state as an animal rights activist. So I'm here today. Just a few minutes of your time. First of all, we do have an upcoming, unfortunately, we did a lot of protesting about this, the bear hunt. coming now in October. Okay, what's the matter?
No, I hate hunting. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yeah, what we're trying to do is we're trying to distinguish between trophy hunting, and we don't want to get other people around the nation, who professional hunt, a little more ethics in sports. So we look at this as a trophy hunt. We've kind of proved it is a trophy hunt. We have a lot of time. Just want to alert you that if we don't do anything the way the law is structured, in October they're going to be shooting bows and arrow archery. So it's very cruel. And I'm just giving a heads up from my other animal colleagues, some of which are at another meeting today in Hackensack. So heads up on that. What they wanted to do was they wanted to see mayors, 500 municipalities in New Jersey. That doesn't make much sense. So I'm driving over. I said, why not counties? Now, obviously, Sussex County is going to be hard. But if you can get 20 out of the 21 counties to step up to the plate, because I've done a lot of research into this, and DEP, we're not too happy. They have 11 people on the board. 5 of them are hunters. 5 of them are farmers. And I have nothing against farming, but the point is it's very biased. And when they did the public comments, as you probably know, 92% of the public didn't want to have this hunt. So they went ahead and snuck it in with a 7-year plan. And so just heads up on that. Maybe we can do something to stop that in October, because that's upcoming. We don't think it's a moral thing for the state. And as Senator Lesniak said, I was down in Trenton for Lobby Day. He said we want to make Jersey a humane state, and not only that, you want try and make this a humane country, especially with the Cecil killing. I'm pretty involved with that too. So that's number one on the animals for the state of New Jersey. You're the leaders. You're Bergen County. So maybe we can set a good example for the state, because we're not getting too far with this administration on the state level. So maybe the county can help. The other thing I'm here for is I'm very proud that I'm employed right now at Bergen Community College. Very happy with the new president. I've only been there 3 years, but she's fantastic. I see lots of change, lots of good things happening, the new building. And so I had to do a little research, because I'm just an adjunct and I'm not getting paid too much. So I was like, what can we do here? So I'm not here to complain, but I think I might have somewhat of a good solution for a lot of different things. I know it's funded by tuition, some state aid, maybe some county aid. I'm not sure the exact numbers. What's that?
Please wrap it up if you can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I did.
3 minutes.
Oh, just like the state when I go to the hunting. So I didn't know that. Okay, so real quick, what I'm here to do is to ask that our adjuncts hopefully can get some more money. We're making about half what Montclair is making, and I know no one wants more property taxes, but New York State, they do have county taxes, sales taxes, some way to get some revenue in to help the college so our president can continue to do good things, but also maybe, give the adjuncts what I'd consider more fair pay. And on a personal note, my ex-wife is not happy with how much money I'm making, so I need to make more money. So I didn't know there was a 3-minute limit. I just got
Mr. Chairman, if I could just speak, I know that there is great due diligence going on as far as with the circus and the exotic animals or wild animals, if you can call it that. Certainly, I've been persuaded to support that, but I know that the administration is working very, very hard with county council and the Parks Department, as well as the chairman, Freeholder Tonelli, regarding this, so that it's done right. But we're not going to agree on all the things, but when it comes to circus animals, I think it's just kind of not the right time for us to be continuing doing what we're doing with that. But I want to thank Chairman Tonelli for working diligently with County Council and the other departments to make sure when we do come up with a resolution, or an ordinance, I should say, it's going to be done right. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. You have the floor.
I just want to say that I worked very hard when I was in Trenton to stop the bear hunts because they're inhuman. And we have to do something, either give them birth control pills but not hunt them. And I tried very hard to keep bows and arrows out of the hunting, and they always sneak them in. So what I recommend to you is get in touch with as many members of the Assembly and the Senate, get a very active, letter writing campaign and stuff like that, because they will pay attention to a vast amount of mail coming in. And the bear hunt is absolutely, that's why I had the reaction I had, because I can't stand any cruelty to animals. And so
Thank you. Your name has come up. I know you help us a lot.
Yes,
and we're already on that. Yeah, we're working with senators, assembly people.
very
Thank you.
active in animal rights.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Thank you.
anything I can do.
Thank you very much. I didn't know about the 3-minute warning. I'm sorry
You're good.
about that.
You're good.
Sorry
Got a little
about that.
extra. Next time you come, we'll give you 240.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Thanks a lot. All right.
Mr. Bertowitz.
Yes.
Nice.
Hi. Bordowitz. Hank. Hank. Basically, you asked me to gather some numbers for you. Some that are on paper here, some that are more or less hearsay, but good hearsay. The hearsay first would be that the Bergen County adjuncts, Bergen Community College adjuncts, the highest pay grade for an adjunct in Bergen is about the bottom line for an adjunct at Union. That's just where it stands. I don't know what caused that, but that's where it stands. Which means that an adjunct professor who's teaching the students of Bergen County, trying to get them a secondary education, are making about between $10 and $18 an hour once you figure in prep for classes, grading papers, things of that nature. And it's not something that a professor can live on. Now, it used to be that adjuncts, of course, were people who were business people, other professionals who were willing to, want to teach, wanted to pay it forward. But of late, there's been a whole class of people, academics without portfolio, as it were, who have to adjunct because 70% of the classes at Bergen are taught by adjuncts. And they're not really, they just eliminated a whole class of full-time employee. And it's just a rough situation. And living in one of the richest areas on the planet, it seemed kind of odd that the education would be so, that the educators, let's put it that way, would be taken care of as we are. That was, I just wanted to bring it. If you wish, I could leave you some,
Sure, you could.
some of the background material here. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say my piece.
Thank you. I just want to let you both know that this board takes education, no, that's okay, you can sit if you like. We take this education, especially in the community college, very serious. Since this board has been together over the course of the last 3 years, we reinstated $5 million that was cut by the previous administration before we got here. So that was the start of, I think, a decline of some of the things that we've been able to reinstate by refunding some of that money back. So we take, especially Bergen Community College has a tremendous reputation. So I just want you to know we have an educator on this board. So we take our education, our academies, our technical schools, and our community college very serious. So I want to just thank you guys for coming up and bringing it to our attention.
Appreciate that.
With that, I'd like to take a motion to close the public session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Will the clerk please read the resolutions on the consent agenda?
Resolutions on consent, 255-16 through 295-16, 297-16 through 304-16, 306-16 through 326-16, and 328-16 through 337-16.
May I have a motion to accept the resolutions on the consent agenda?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Freeholder Di Nicola is absent. Freeholder Felice?
Yes.
Freeholder Gans?
Aye.
Freeholder Sullivan?
Yes.
Freeholder Voss?
Yes.
Freeholder Zor?
Yes.
Chairman Tinelli?
Yes. Are there any resolutions of non-consent pulled or tabled? If so, will the clerk please read them?
Resolution of non-consent 296-16 is a resolution authorizing board appointment Northwest Bergen County Utilities Authority, John J. Danubio.
I make a motion.
I'll second that.
Okay. Fine. Tom Sullivan, motion, seconded by Freeholder
Felice.
Felice. Call the roll.
Freeholder Di Nicola is absent. Freeholder Felice?
Yes.
Freeholder Gans?
Aye.
Freeholder Sullivan?
Yes.
Freeholder Voss?
Yes.
Freeholder Zor?
Yes.
Chairman Tinelli?
Yes.
Also, the resolution of non-consent is 327-16, which is a resolution authorizing board reappointment Bergen County Improvement Authority for Jeffrey Allen Bader.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Call roll.
Freeholder Di Nicola is absent. Freeholder Felice?
No.
Freeholder Gans?
Aye.
Freeholder Sullivan?
Yes.
Freeholder Voss?
Yes.
Freeholder Zor?
Yes.
Chairman Tinelli?
Yes.
Passes. And then we have one resolution that was called 305-16.
Now go on to our ordinances for second reading and adoption. Second reading and adoption of ordinance 16-4. Will the clerk please read the ordinance 16-4 by title only?
The proof of publication of the ordinance notice of public hearing was published in the Record and the Herald News on Sunday, February 28, 2016, and is a file in my office. A copy of the notice of the hearing and ordinance number 16-4 was duly posted pursuant to NJSA 48:2-17 on Friday, February 26, 2016. The title is as follows: Bond Ordinance of the County of Bergen appropriating $24,888,000 and authorizing the issuance of $23,650,000 bonds or notes of the county to fund reserves for the County of Bergen Self-Insurance Fund.
May I have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Public hearing is open with a 5-minute time limit. In effect, the board attorney will keep the time. Anybody wish to speak on ordinance 16-4?
There are no speakers, Chairman.
Motion to close.
May I have a
Second.
motion to close and adopt the public hearing?
Second.
Chairman Gans, Freeholder Zor, I'm sorry, Freeholder Gans. Please call the roll.
Freeholder Di Nicola is absent. Freeholder Felice?
Yes.
Freeholder Gans?
Aye.
Freeholder Sullivan?
Yes.
Freeholder Voss?
Yes.
Freeholder Zor?
Yes.
Chairman Tinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance 16-4 is now adopted.
Second reading and adoption of ordinance 16-5. Will the clerk please read the ordinance 16-5 by title only?
Proof of publication, the ordinance notice of public hearing was published in the Record and the Herald News on Sunday, February 28, 2016, and is on file in my office. A copy of the notice of the hearing and ordinance number 16-5 was duly posted pursuant to NJSA 48:2-17 on Friday, February 26, 2016. The title is read as follows: An ordinance amending the golf fee schedule for the use of Bergen County golf courses and facilities.
I have a motion to open the meeting to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Public hearing is now open with a 5-minute time limit in effect. The board attorney will keep the time.
There are no speakers.
Thank you. May I have a motion to close and adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Freeholder Di Nicola is absent. Freeholder Felice?
Yay.
Freeholder Gans?
Aye.
Freeholder Sullivan?
Yes.
Freeholder Voss?
Yes.
Freeholder Zor?
Yes.
Chairman Tinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance 16-5 is now adopted.
Thank you. We'll now have Freeholder Committee reports.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, because it is getting to the holiday season, I would like to make a motion to suspend committee reports for this evening.
I don't think we're going to get support for that this evening, but if anyone would like to second that.
And
I like
was
your,
thinking
I like
about
your
it.
efforts, though.
There is no second.
No seconds.
The motion
it got
fails.
awfully quiet in here.
We'll now have
The
Freeholder
record reflect that the motion has failed.
Great. So we'll now have Freeholder Committee
crushed.
reports. Freeholder Sullivan?
Shoot me.
Good evening, thank you. Thank you, Freeholder Felice, for that attempt. Just a few things. Last week, the Freeholder Board, we had our meeting in, on the road in Emerson. It was a great time, good people there. I want to thank the Emerson Mayor and Council for welcoming the Freeholder Board. It's been an initiative of Freeholder Zor and Tinelli to do that, and I want to thank them for upholding their promise. I hope everyone had a happy St. Patrick's Day. I think everyone here marched in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Bergenfield, my hometown, and it was great to see a lot of old friends. And they were still in good shape before the parade was over, so it was good to talk to them. But one of my favorite events, I wonder why, right? Over the weekend, I also attended Bergenfield's first, called One Town, Many Stories event. It celebrates the diversity amongst Filipinos, Hispanics, Jewish community. All the communities came together. I had the pleasure also of meeting Chef Amaya from the TV show Master Chef Junior. She finished 4th place in the whole country, and she made Bergen County very proud that day. She volunteered her time. This girl, I don't know how old she is, 8, 9 years old. Was just a wonderful young lady, and her parents were so nice, and she was so happy to to cook for everyone that was there. It was a wonderful event. It was their first annual, and I hope it continues. I also had a meeting with Mayor Berkner, Chief Regino, and his lieutenant, Sue Dubiak, who's the coordinator of the addiction services, about Narcan and combating the heroin epidemic in the Pascagoula Valley region and Greater Bergen County. It was a very informative meeting. We exchanged ideas. Some ideas we're gonna try to partner with some local drugstores. You know that you can now buy Narcan over the counter, and it's there are some downsides to Narcan, that when you come out of the Narcan, you can become very violent, and a lot of people don't know that. So we're gonna try to partner with some local pharmacies to, when they sell the Narcan, to put a flyer out to give to the people that purchase it, to warn them of that, and also to ask them to inform the police department. We're working on it. Don't know where it's going to go. It's just an initiative of mine that I want to do. I think it'd be very helpful when the police come to someone's house, if they know that the person has a history, and they can deal with it and keep people safe. Some of the people, obviously, that are at risk are the people administering the Narcan. So a lot of people don't know, a lot of the parents of people don't know that when you administer this drug, this anti-drug, that you could have an adverse reaction. And it's something we need to get out there. I'm going to, with Mayor Berkner's help, I'm going to try to bring it to the Pascagoula Valley first and see how it works. Hopefully we'll get cooperation. I also want to thank my colleagues on the Freeholder Board for passing Resolution 26016, which provides $55,000 for a halfway house service for men through the Greater Bergen Community Action. This is an important step in providing treatment for men who are battling addiction. It's something that's very needed, and I'm glad we're continuing on these efforts. And as you may know, Bergen County currently provides a halfway house for women through the Spring House program. I think Bergen County should explore operating a halfway house programs for men in a similar situation to Spring House, and we've talked about that. We're going to try to do our best to bring that to fruition. Our colleagues and I on the Freehold Board, we continue to support and advocate for more beds and more treatment opportunities for those suffering from addiction. Last year, Freeholder Voss, myself, and Freeholder Zor, we petitioned Bergen Regional for 10 additional beds. I'm happy to say, detox beds, I'm happy to say that they are here. And, we're not going to stop. If a person is ready to be detoxed and wants help, and we don't have beds for them, we're losing the battle. So, and then on Monday, March the 28th, the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office is hosting a roundtable discussion on the heroin epidemic. I look forward to working with all the people from around our county to brainstorm some ideas to combat this epidemic. And I think that every report I've ever given, I've mentioned heroin addiction, and I'm not going to stop mentioning it, and I'm going to continue to fight to combat it. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Fielder. Fielder again.
Thank you, Chairman. A short report from me. It's actually been a very busy week and a half. We had the Bergen County Education Association's annual dinner, the Korean American Association's fundraising dinner, and in addition to that, there was a great beefsteak over in Paramus that I have to say, excellent meal.
Where was that, Freeholder?
205 Robin.
There you go.
I'm not sure whose building it was, but I did recognize a number of familiar faces. Going back to church on Sundays and also on Saturday night, and you'll be pleased to know that religion is alive and well in the county of Bergen. We're coming up now to the religious season that's going to span a number of weeks because of the odd coincidence of Passover being so many days after Easter. It'll be at the end of April.
Right.
Easter Sunday, of course, coming up this weekend. It wouldn't be Easter for me if I didn't talk about Bergen Wellness for a minute, because I know that some kids are going to be getting chicks and Easter bunnies, and these chicks and Easter bunnies are probably going to need antibiotics, and the Bergen Wellness card that we have here also works for pets. Yes, friends, Bergen Wellness card for pets can give a discount of up to 30% for your pet. And thus, if your cat needs tuna-flavored amoxicillin, this is the program for you. The Glen Rock Pharmacy, by the way, is one of several in the area that does compounding. The program was initiated by the Freeholders a number of years ago, and fortunately, more than 30% of the cost of drugs for humans, as opposed to drugs for pets, which are all made to human specifications, is available. The more than $14 million has been saved by Bergen County residents who have used the program. More than 50,000 people have participated in it. It doesn't cost anything. You can get the card right on the Freeholder website. And so, dear friends, the sales pitch on Bergen Wellness is concluded for tonight. I wish you all a very happy Easter and a decent Pesach. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you,
That concludes my report.
Brother Voss.
Thank you, Chairman. I just want to piggyback on what Freeholder Sullivan was talking about, because I have read many, many articles recently about what parents need to be aware of in terms of understanding where their kids may be storing drugs, and if their child is starting to act a little funny, some of the telltale signs, you've got to educate yourself, because as Freeholder Sullivan said, this is an epidemic, and it transcends every socioeconomic stratus, and almost every day I read the obits. And I can't tell you the number of young people who probably, although it doesn't say in the newspaper, died as a result of an overdose and not getting Narcan or whatever could possibly save them. Just as a point to go along with that, today, or actually this is a Social Service Awareness Month, and today we went up and we met with many of the people who work for the county in social services. People don't realize what wonderful services we have in Bergen County. Mental health services. Years ago, when I was first getting involved in politics, I think the statistics were 1 in 10 people might have a mental issue. Today, it's 1 in 4. And we have services here in the county that can help. We have child services, and we are the only county that has domestic violence counseling. We have several groups that meet. And it's not just domestic violence against women, it's domestic violence against men. And with counseling, these things, these problems can be avoided. And with some of the social situations we have today, there is more domestic violence than there has been in the past. This is also Women's History Month. And last night, this room was filled to capacity with people who were honoring, I think we had 21 women. And we honor women who sometimes are the unsung heroes. These are not women in politics. These are women who do all kinds of things in education, in law enforcement, and just bringing attention to the contributions. Just as a point, women make up 53% of our population, and in most instances we have less than 20% of the elected roles, whether on the federal, the state, or the local level. Just as a point, there were 50 states, 6 have women governors. That's it. And interestingly enough, it's never on the East Coast. It's always in the West where things, start. And I just brought a little tidbit of information last night that I found. Outwater Lane is a major road around here. And Captain Outwater was a man in the American Revolution who distinguished himself. And he was one of the first people elected to the New Jersey Assembly. And one of his first laws that he got passed was a law granting women the right to vote. And women could vote in New Jersey from 1779 until 1807. And then the guys got it and knocked it out. So it took until 1920 before we got that right back. But I digress. Women's History Month is very, very important. We had a lot of St. Patrick's celebrations, always really good. We have a really big one in my town and in Bergenfield. The Bergen County Education Association, fabulous dinner, and the people in education really stay abreast of what's going on in politics, and we have some of the finest schools in Bergen County. So, and This is also Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and I just want to say to people, don't be frightened. Colonoscopies are not that bad, and when you're over a certain age, it really is in your best interest to go and have one of these because the alternative is not very good. And on that note, I will say happy Easter to everybody and a healthy one as well.
Thank you, Freeholder. Before I go to the next report, I just want to congratulate Freeholder Voss, who happened to be one of the honorees last night and also doubled as the person who gave the keynote address. So we would just like to congratulate you and let everyone know that in the hallway outside, all the honorees are on the wall with a photograph and a bio open to the public, anyone that would like to actually read about the distinguished women that were honored last night.
Thank you.
Freeholder Zur?
And let's not forget about the junior women who were also selected from the high school.
Who's corrected me?
Young women, it's my job, isn't it? Young women who were We Are Future Leaders, who were also honored last evening as well. Thank you, Chairman. I've spent the last 2 days focusing on Project Search. We just had our technical meeting and with all the key stakeholders. We allocated last year this board money to get this ball rolling, and it's going to be launched this school year. Right now is the time where we're starting to accept applications for young adults who are 18 to 21 years old, who are with developmental disabilities. This is a wonderful internship program that will give them 3 distinct internships at either Hackensack Hospital or Holy Name Hospital, and will give them portable job skills. This program has a 73% placement rating, where the statistics in New Jersey, there's a 37% employment rate for adults with disabilities. This program has a 73% placement rating nationwide. They have over 400 sites. It is really a template for success because it braids the successes of Department of Developmental Disabilities, Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, as well as the school systems to really give these kids every opportunity to have meaningful employment going forward. So there was a really wonderful brain trust to the last 2 days that spent handling all the nuts and bolts and making sure that we're ready to get this program off the road. We had a parent information session last night, but if anyone was not able to attend and wants information, please feel free to go on the website, http://bergenwib.org, and the phone number is 201-343-8830, or you can reach out to me. I'll happily provide you with the application. We're going to be able to provide 24 internships this year, and we're excited to get this off the ground. Additionally, in the last couple of weeks, we went to the clergy breakfast, which the topic of the clergy breakfast was body cameras, and the policy that we're in the process of formulating for the Sheriff's Department has been at the forefront. But it really was an opportunity for discussion among so many people within our community about the challenges of getting this program off the ground and the benefits that it has to our community as far as transparency and accountability on all sides. So it was a really wonderful interchange. Additionally, this week I had the privilege of touring Hackensack University Hospital, not only the cancer center, but also I went to see the future home of where the medical school is going to be on the Clifton-Nutley border on the former Hoffman-LaRoche site. What an incredible building that is. I have to tell you, it is going to be a wonderful medical school, also a school for nursing that partners with Seton Hall University, and the job opportunities and the opportunities for economic development will span not only the borders of Essex and Passaic County, but into southern Bergen County as well, are going to be really wonderful once they get that off the ground. We had also the first meeting of the LGBTQ Advisory Committee. What a wonderful group of people who are volunteering their time to make sure that the voices of the LGBTQ community are heard in all county policies and in so many different issues that are affecting them. So I wanted to thank all of the volunteers for the hard work that is yet to come and for the path that they're going to blaze as far as setting their agenda for going forward. And also wanted to highlight the fact that on the note that both Freeholder Voss and Freeholder Sullivan made, this evening there are some wonderful, there's a wonderful program going on called Hidden in Plain Sight, which is highlighting exactly that. So I want to thank all the people who put that together on the county of Bergen. Really highlighting to parents. It's taking place at Indian Hills High School, but it is highlighting to our parents on what are the telltale signs, and that is such a key thing for all of us. You nailed it right on the head as far as giving parents and caregivers the tools to be able to help those in need. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Further, please.
Well, since I made a motion to disband the committee reports and it was voted down, I have a life story. No, I'm kidding. I was born in Patterson, New Jersey, 1958, but I just want to say I'm looking forward to the budget coming before us. I know there's been some issues regarding health care and this bail reform, which was very informative, but once again, a mandate that's not being funded. So we're going to have to pay the price, literally, for that. Also, I'm still, very excited about working on the Bergen community, the Bergen Regional Task Force, because as we move forward, we're really getting, I think, to a point where it's becoming more clear what can be done and what can't be done. And I appreciate certainly serving with Freeholder Zor. And I just want to say it's a pleasure having those very open and transparent dialogues with the entire committee, and I'm very honored to be on that board. So, that's something that's going to be outlasting all of our legacies for the next 50 years, what happens there. But I think we're on the right path. I think we're doing it for the right reason. And I just want to thank the county executive for asking me to participate on that board. And with that, I'm ending my report and wish everyone a great holiday. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Freeland. So I'll be shorter than everyone. First, I would like to thank Gina Chung from our academies and Mike Spadavecchia, our camera people. They do a great job. It's a great program. We're happy to have you and having everyone participate in our meetings. I want to wish everyone a very happy Easter. And I also, tonight, we appointed quite a few people, or we approved the appointment of a lot of people and reappointing. I'd like to wish each and every one of those individuals volunteer positions. I'd like to wish them all the very best and thank them for their public service. On that, I take a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We are adjourned.
Okay, good.